My name's Ian, welcome back to the Grow Zone. So last time you saw me, I was all excited by fans and I thought it was big. I highly underestimated the fans needed for this size space and things escalated from there. I think maybe we start right at the back because that's our biggest fan. That's going to be our extraction and it's a really important ingredient in this whole fruiting chamber functioning. Come down here to the back of the container with me. Stepped up to a 200mm version EC fan, which means it is controllable. There's a hole up here as well, which you can see, which I now have blocked, as when I ran this farm to see if it did anything, it had plenty of extraction with this larger fan. These fans are all on step controllers. Most of the time it stays on 1, which is nowhere near its full capacity of operation. This little guy on the end is a filter box, FD200, and this has a filter inside which leans on an angle like that. Rubber section on here, and I will eventually get a 200mm pipe that comes off there and then snakes in a, well, sort of goes up and then across. At the moment, when I did run this, this filled with water, as you can imagine. So I did tack a little hole in the bottom of this one. I also tacked a little hole in the bottom of the fan because water was pooling in this section as well. Well, why don't we go here? Coming back up the container, I have this guy, which I think actually warrants its own video. What I've built with the help of AI and Raspberry Pi and sensors that are all off-the-shelf components is CO2 and temperature. Sensors here, readings, which I have going back to a dashboard on my phone, and this eventually this building will have internet and that will all sync back to a database, and then I can reference that with yields, etc. to get some really nice data. Shelving, pretty self-explanatory. These aren't going to be my final shelves because they have so many little crevices and gaps underneath them. In the roof, I have my own full spectrum LED strip lights. I sell these on Amazon and the brand is Urban Grow. These are FS110 LED grow lights and they're connectable up to 50 times off a single power cord. And they are going to go on a simple timer, which will go into this plug here. 12 on, 12 off. Underneath, there's going to be a solution that people are going to wonder about. And it was the obvious choice, spray foam. Moving through to the working chamber, this is where things get exciting. I have a bench that fits in this cap here, which is stainless. The big fan at the back is 200mm and these are 160. So this is a 160, same wire frame filter box as down at the back, 160 connector and a 160 EC fan. Again, these are controllable by voltage. And at the moment they're being controlled by stepless motors, which are really fine, give really fine control, and you can dial in your speed. And this one and this one need to have a similar speed in order to not get weird pressure differences. Let's talk about the heater here. This is an inline heater and these have a coil inside them. Maybe I can show you this side. There we go. They have a coil inside them, and so the fan pushes air through this and past the coil and into the fruiting chamber. So the probe goes in to the fan and pushes right in. All the way, as far as we can get it. And that goes to this thermostat. So the thermostat controls the temperature of the element in this fan, and this can be adjusted from 0 all the way up to 30. But this room is very warm anyway, so this is only to supplement the heat that goes into the fruiting chamber. This is one of the fans that I thought at the beginning I would only need this type of fan. This is a 125 size, and this is just on constant 100% speed. This moves quite a lot of air. I'll put the numbers up on screen, and it just again helps move warm air from here into the fruiting chamber. Let me just look at the humidifier while we're here. This is, you might recognize it if you're into this building world, but this is standard sewage pipe. It's 110 diameter. This has an opening to then attach further pipes to it, which I think I still might do. I've had a fridge mechanic come in. The Iceman actually did end up answering, but he's up in Gothenburg, so these fridges have travelled some time or some distance to get here. I cleaned up the tops of these. All the fans are now cleaned up. This one is now confirmed to not be a freezer, because at one point I was concerned it was going to mine us. And these control units are, well, they're just difficult to understand, and actually the display is a bit broken here, so I wasn't sure what it was reading. It's confirmed that it's a fridge, and this one was shorting out due to its condenser, which is a little tray that sits right underneath. There, I think that's it. And there's a little probe in there. And when these fridges run, they produce a lot of condensation, and that drips down a pipe out the back, here. That drips down through there and all the way down to the bottom, to a tray in the bottom there, and the wires were just bare. So the second that it got any condensation, it dripped into that tray and it would cut the power to the whole container. That was fooling me for some time. Humidifier and temperature, still summer. This is an upgraded unit from the one I last filmed, I believe. The one I last filmed, which was very impressive, is now at home in a grow tent solution that I have there. And this is an updated unit with simply more misters inside. It seems to be the same unit other than that. And it produces a lot of humidity. It's fixed line this one, right, overflow, and this is the drainage. It's a good unit. I can get these for anyone who wants one or who's interested. Let me know, I'll find it. Underneath here we have some cleaning supplies and bits and pieces that you need when you're doing this mushroom business. This will all need to be in boxes and tidied away, but for now it's here. This is our isopropanol and the spray bottle for that. Gloves, mask, which is amazing. I'll show you when I'm in the mist. I have a few videos I'll put in here because it looks funny. And yeah, just some plumbing supplies. This is our water filter at the back here for the humidifier. They like to be filtered to take any particulates out. And this was a bit of a panic install, but I'm glad that I did it. It's a heating element for the water inlet. So now I can run this thing in minus temperatures, and it runs 5 meters outside. And this is a spare 5 meters if I need to run any more hose outside. I can just push this through. The keen-eyed among you will know this is a Raspberry Pi plug. This controls the sensor that goes into the fruiting chamber, and this will take its internet from a Raspberry Pi 5 that will be on this desk. That will control all the database and measurements. So the Pi 0 will take a Wi-Fi hotspot from the Pi 5, which will have a 4G connection from a dongle. Like I say, I think it needs a whole other video. Power. I recently asked Isaac to install a meter. It's a little smart meter. I'm yet to open the instructions or power on the container, but it's a little smart meter here. There's its name and its type. Is the other configuration from the one over there, which goes filter box, fan, inline heater. This one goes fan, filter box, heater, with the same probe system in here. So this is an exact copy of that one over there, but just a different configuration. I have plans to be able to control these using this Raspberry Pi and the other Raspberry Pi, which isn't here yet. It's on my desk at home. And I would really like to see that functioning. During this nearly 9 months, as one commenter pointed out, that I haven't made a video, GrowZone, my company, has invested in a company up north in Stockholm, and they're called Svampfarmen AB, and I will put the links in the description to their Instagram and their website. GrowZone, me, Ian, is now on the board of that company, and I am Svampfarmen Syd. So this container is going to move down to Malmö, and we're going to continue to grow gourmet mushrooms and sell to restaurants and private persons in the city and elsewhere. So that's really, really exciting. If you could do me a favour and follow the Instagram, I'll put it up again, and have a look at the website, check it out. If anyone is following along this build and wants specs or help with airflow, feel free to get in contact with us through the svampfarmen.se contact form or via me. Say hello. This is going to become a channel about this farm and about Svampfarmen's business and my journey into growing gourmet mushrooms and trying to sell them, which I've never done. So please wish me luck, and like if you liked it, and consider subscribing to the channel to follow along. I'll see you in the next one. It won't be in 9 months' time, I promise. All right, bye.